thank everyone for sharing a special day with me.
You might as well.
And silence. The past 6 years of my life have truly been a journey. There have been ups, downs, obstacles to overcome, and many accomplishments that have been made. I have grown and learned so much over these past couple years, and am truly blessed to be where I am today. There are many people who are here today that have helped me along my journey, have given me advice, and have always been there for me no matter what. And I would now like to take the time to recognize those people. To my Aunt Titi, you're like a mother to me. You have been there for me since the very first day I was born. You're a beautiful, loving, giving person. I love you with all of my heart, and if it wasn't for all your prayers, which kept me going and gave me strength, I would not be here today. I love you. Shout out to my cousin who came all the way from Las Vegas, Christina. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. To Cynthia is my cousin. And Cynthia, you are so much more than a cousin to me. You are the sister I never had. Cynthia, we grew up in my parents' store together, sharing our lunch and eating it on the slicer. You have gone on to accomplish so much in your life, getting your master's degree and becoming a vice principal. I am so very proud of you. You inspire me. It was the summer before my 4th year of pharmacy school when I was moving into my apartment off campus, and I bought this desk, and I couldn't put this desk together. And it was Cynthia who drove with me to Philly and read those directions and put my desk together. To my cousin Evie, thank you for always being there for me. I'm so proud of all your accomplishments. You are a fighter and a survivor, and I love you. To my cousin Maria and Jimmy, they were the ones who put together the photo, all the photos in the video, which you're going to see after. So thank you to, and Jimmy, it was Jimmy. To Torrance. Every time I always needed a favor from you, you were always there. And it was you who came with my dad to Philly when I moved into my apartment. And you helped me move all my furniture into my apartment. I'll never forget that. Thank you. To my godmother, Damasa. I'm so very blessed to have you in my life. And I know you're always praying for me, and that means so much to me. So thank you, and I love you so much. I love you. To Dr. Renata Cruz. So I was always stressed out in pharmacy school. The first 2 years I had a near perfect GPA of 4.0. And when I got into the 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year, it was just impossible to keep that 4.0 because pharmacy school is not easy. And I would always come to Renata and I would complain to her. And she would always, tell me, calm down, it's not that serious, all you gotta do is pass and get your degree. Thank you, Renata. And also, during your 5th year of pharmacy school, you're required to take what is called seminar. And seminar is when you give a 25-minute presentation on a disease state and the medication that is used to treat that disease. And I was pretty much lost with putting this presentation together. So it was Renata who took time out of her busy schedule. She met with me at Starbucks numerous times, helping me put all my slides together. And the night before my presentation, she stayed in my apartment till like 12 o'clock at night and listening to me practice my presentation. So thank you, Renata. I love you too. To Professor Miriam Diaz-Gilbert, I started the Association of Latino American Students at my college. Yes. Latinos represent college. Renata and Eileen Blanco, we started ALAS together. Our first couple of years were successful, but as I progressed into my program, it was really hard for me to keep up with all the work. But thank you, Professor Gilbert, you were always there for me. And whenever I wanted to complain about school, or whenever I needed copies, I would always use your copy machine. So thank you so much. really, really hard to find true, genuine, real friends. Good friends are hard to find. I have come to learn that friendships will always have their ups and downs, but your real friends will be there for you no matter what.
Aww.
Think about it.
Your real friends will always have your back.
Amen.
So I would like to thank Randy, JR, Anthony, Justin, Raul, Eileen, Renata, Melissa, and Jenny for being real true friends to me. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
We love you.
High school teachers here today. These two teachers were really just amazing teachers and really good people, and I would like to take time to recognize them. My Spanish teacher, Mrs. Murphy, she's my Spanish teacher for 3 years, Spanish 2, Spanish 4, and Advanced Placement Spanish. And Mrs. Murphy was always there for me. Anytime I needed advice, anytime I needed a letter of recommendation, you were always there, Mrs. Murphy. So thank you so much. Also with today to my school, my honors physics teacher, Mr. Barrett. You know, going into a science school, I needed a firm science background. I got that in high school, and it was thanks to a good science teacher like Mr. Barrett. And I want to read what Mr. Barrett wrote in my high school yearbook, senior year. He wrote, quote, "I can honestly say that you have impressed me greatly this year. Your hard work, dedication, focus, drive, and pleasant nature is an impressive and rare combination, and something you should be very proud of. I know that if you continue, there would be little to stand in your way, and there was nothing that stood in my way." So thank you, Mr. Barrett. To Dr. Caitlin Case. Caitlin Case and I, we went to the same elementary school, the same middle school, and the same high school. And throughout all those years, we never were friends. Not for any reason, we just never spoke, never became friends. But we ended up going to the same pharmacy school. And during our first year, our freshman year, we became the best of friends. We have gone through so much together over these past 6 years, from our endless studying, our fun car rides, our name giving, our stressing out, our worrying, our lunch at Linda's, and counting every last point. It really came down to counting every last point between passing or failing. It was that hard, but we made it. So we endured so much bullshit at USP. We became doctors, and I'm so proud of us, and I love you so much, Caitlin. That is Dr. Caitlin Case. And Caitlin and I always had this thing that when we would graduate, we would say this, and we put this on our Facebooks when we graduated. 6 years of pharmacy school equals 6 letters at the end of our name, which is PharmD, that's 6 letters, which equals 6 figures. So, a couple of my other classmates, they graduated with me, and they are here today. And they are also doctors of pharmacy, and I would like to recognize them. And when I say your name, please stand. So, Dr. Lauren Tesh, please stand. Dr. Martina Wright, Dr. Elizabeth Ryan, and Dr. Kevin himself, and Dr. Alyssa York. So I really only had one real job. Well, I always worked in my parents' store growing up together. Growing up with them. But as I entered pharmacy school, I started working at Atlanticare, and I had the best coworkers. You guys are just amazing. I had so many good times with you guys. So I would like to take the time to recognize you. So to Desiree, Joanne, Jean, Sweet. Oh, no, she's not. Okay. Dewis, Donna, Michelle, Trish, CJ, Patty, Rebecca, Richland, Dorothy, Juanita, Andrew, Jerry, Lauren, Tracy, Pooja, Julia, Jennifer, Ethan, and George.